friends, it's Komenda here, and today I have a really fun mixed media layout to share with you with my own handmade title. I will be using Paige Evans the Scenic Root collection, in particular this paper with the small squares with different patterns, and amazing set of bold basic alphabet dies from scrapbook.com. This is the exclusive product, so you can purchase this only in scrapbook.com. You get lower caps and upper caps in one set, so plenty of letters, and I will be using only the upper caps in this video. I cut it out the whole title offline because it would be boring to see me cutting all the letters. It's a really simple process, and I have a title: Travel is the healthiest addiction. And I have letters in different colors. I used the very handy mint tape from scrapbook.com to hold the letters together, so I would be sure I didn't lost any of the letters. And now I'm arranging the title on the piece of 12 by 12 watercolor paper sheet to know where exactly it will be, to mark this spot with the pencil and add mixed media around it. I am arranging the letters in the exact way I want them to be, and I will be gluing them all together, row with a second row. And when I will be done with my background, I will just come back with this whole cluster of letters and glue it down in the empty spot. So what you see me doing right now is arranging the letters and gluing the rows of the words together using the same pieces of tape, because this mint tape, it's also scrapbook.com exclusive. It's not a washi tape. It's tape for temporary mounting elements, like when you die cuts. When you die cut elements, you can glue the letters or different things down so they will not move, and you can use it over and over again, so the same strip can be reused a few times. This is the ready cluster, and my area is marked, so I am ready to add some mixed media. I will be using distress oxide inks in various colors. I have 8 inks prepared. They will be in similar colors, the letters I cut it out, and all the colors will be listed in the description box. I will also add it to the screen so you will see it. I am using peacock feathers, spice marmalade, mustard seeds, twisted citron, I think abundant coral. I don't remember all the colors, but I will list them here so you will know. You can use your own colors. They don't have to be exactly the same colors I used here, because with distress oxide you get plenty of shades of the same color, so you can replace the color with a different one and create your own rainbow border around the page. You can also use distress inks, not distress oxide, but the colors will be less saturated. They will create more like a vintage background, and this one will be very saturated. My colors are down and I am using water, but I am spraying really close with only a smaller, like pinches of water. I am leaving the area in the middle clear of water because the colors will float around, and I have to be sure they will not float over the middle of the background. So I'm not spraying it. I'm being really careful to leave the inner part of the page clear. And my background is dry. I am ready to glue down the title. I am using the Smart Glue, also from scrapbook.com. It's a really handy craft glue, perfect for all the paperworks. And I only applied a small amount of glue in the middle of each letter because I don't want them to be glued down flat. I will bend the edges later. And with this glue, you have to remember not to squeeze the bottle, just let the glue float freely, and it will apply just the perfect amount. Then if you will squeeze it, even though it has this fine line tip, you will apply too much glue, so let the glue float freely. And as you can see, I have all the letters down. I was too impatient to wait for the glue to dry completely, so I have to hold the letters. And I'm adding the tape back to the roll because I will be using it later for some other projects. They are just too big to be wasted. And I have the travel is the healthiest edition title done. I added stitching through every row, so I am sure they will stay there forever. And as I said, I will be bending the edges to add more dimension. At first, I was thinking about adding 3D foam to add dimension to the title, but then I figure out I'm just too lazy to do this because it would took me a while to add a 3D foam under each of the letters because I would have to cut it into smaller pieces and my inner slot acted here, so I quitted this idea. And instead of that, I will just bend the edges to add a little bit of whimsy to this title, and I'm sure that my stitching will hold it in the right place. I printed myself smaller pictures of me and my family selfies. We always take selfie in every spot we visit. Well, I made them to take selfies with me. So they are in different angles, usually with funny faces, because it's hard to have four people having perfect smiles on each photo. And those were taken this year when we visited Brittany in France. Um, so in some of the pictures we are wearing face mask because it's a COVID situation, and in some places we had to wear them, which is fine, of course, but this is like a special kind of selfies for me. I'm not sure if any I picked has a face mask, maybe not. So the pictures are not big, and I'm adding a piece of cardboard under each picture to add dimension to the page because I love adding dimension. And I am using a double-sided foam, not foam, tape to glue my pictures down. I'm not using liquid glue. I am never using liquid glue with my pictures because first I am afraid it will react with the ink I'm printing my pictures at home, and then I know it's not archival friendly as much as the double-sided tape. And I'm adding glue under the cardboard to glue it down to the paper itself, paper base itself. So my main composition is done. As you can see, I have not much room left for embellishing, so I will have to add smaller bits and pieces around the pictures, behind the pictures. So I went through all the Paige Evans the Scenic Root collection from American Crafts, and I picked smaller elements that may work with my design. I went through the ephemera pack, picking elements that may be good for me, and I just picked few and then left everything that I was sure I won't be using back into the bowl. Thanks to that, I didn't have to go through every single pack of ephemera each time when I wanted to embellish around the picture. So this is the pieces I chose. I will be also using 6 by 12 stickers, 12 by 12 cardstock stickers, puffy stickers, and I think at the end I also decided to use flower pack. This is the same like ephemera pack, but only with flowers and leaves. At first I didn't want to add flowers to the travel theme layout, but then I released my inner Paige Evans because she's adding flowers everywhere, so I thought, well, I will give it a try, and I added some flowers and it turned out really, really nice. I skipped a part when I was wandering with the elements around the layout, trying to fit them somewhere. So it's like a fast forward. I already have some elements glued down, and I am finishing my layout with smaller elements like the flowers and some puffy elements that are in the puffy stickers sheet. I love puffy stickers because they give such a fun texture to the page. I'm also adding those cardboard smaller stickers like geotags because, as I said before, I need only a small elements not to cover my pictures and not to cover my background because otherwise it would be pointless to created. And as the finishing touches, I didn't want to add enamel dots for the page because it wasn't included into this collection. Instead of that, I used those dots that are in the sheet of puffy stickers. But first I wanted to add a date on my layout, so I stamped it a few times here and there. um, and I am almost done with doing the page. With the distress oxide, you have to remember that they may fade in time a little bit, like they continue to oxidize. But when you add water, usually it doesn't happen that much. If you would leave it just like it is, even though you didn't spray it with water, I think it absorbs moisture from the air and change the color a little bit, like a fading with time. So if you don't want to add water to your distress oxide, you have to remember about it. And my page is done. Here are a few close-ups. Check my description box for all the links. I link to scrapbook.com with affiliate links. So if you want to support me and my channel and more videos to come, you can purchase through the links. It doesn't cost you any extra penny. The scrapbook.com will pay me for recommending their product. And see you on the next video. Bye.